Hey everybody, my name is Kyle and this is Great 28 on Track by Track. For each of the 28 days in February, I'm highlighting one great album per day. It's day 11 and we're up to the letter J. After a couple of days of mostly folk-tinged music, how about we kick things up a notch? Or maybe a couple notches. Today's great album is the explosive second album from Jane's Addiction, Ritual de Lo Habitual. So, here's a situation where we have a band that has released one landmark album, arguably a masterpiece in their debut, Nothing's Shocking, but I actually find myself more compelled to listen to the follow-up. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that Nothing's Shocking and Ritual are both great albums. Many critics would put Nothing's Shocking on their lists of the greatest rock albums of all time. I would too. But more often than not, when I'm in the mood for Jane's Addiction, the album that I reach for is Ritual de Lo Habitual. Similarly, while I think that OK Computer is a masterpiece, I'm more inclined to put on the Bends to scratch my Radiohead itch. All great albums though, right? So, Ritual. I love how this album gives us two sides of Jane's Addiction. On what is essentially side A of the album, we get 5 quote-unquote rock songs. These are 3 to 5 minute tracks that get right in, get right to the point, and get right out. The album starts with Stop, which may well make my list of the top 10 best album openers ever. And not just for the music, but also for the spoken word introduction of the band. It's a brilliant touch. Then we get the funky No One's Leaving, followed by Ain't No Right, a song that just begs for you to chant along with the opening lines. I'm sure it happens every time the band plays the song. And wrapping up that first side of the album is the band's only true hit, Been Caught Stealing. Side B switches gears a bit as the band dives into longer, more epic songs. 3 Days starts out with hypnotic voices and a lone bass line before the shimmering guitars join in. Over the course of nearly 11 minutes, the song evolves almost symphonically. And speaking of symphonic, the strings added to the next track, Then She Did, give the proceedings a decidedly Led Zeppelin-esque flavor. That's a feeling that continues into, of course, with its Middle Eastern violin and rhythm. Everything wraps up on Classic Girl, an album closer that feels like we've come full circle before finally bidding us good night. I had the pleasure of seeing Jane's Addiction play many of these songs live at the very first Lollapalooza in 1991. At that time, I was more of a casual fan. I was mainly there to see Nine Inch Nails, who played a mid-afternoon set, probably the last time that band would ever play a festival set in daylight, incidentally. But it was Jane's Addiction's headlining performance that truly blew me away. It was an almost religious experience, and I'm so thankful that I got to see them perform when they were at the height of their creative powers. Just like their albums, it was absolutely epic, and I've been a dedicated fan ever since. Last fall, the band released a 25th anniversary live CD and DVD where they play Ritual in its entirety. It's good stuff, but it can't compare to what I experienced back in '91. Or, of course, the original album itself, Ritual de Lo Habitual, absolutely one of the great 28. Once again, my name's Kyle, and this is Track by Track. Be sure that you click subscribe so that you don't miss the next episode of Great 28 and many more videos to come. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.